Hello, welcome to a brand new video on the channel. In today's video, we face Burton Albion at Adams Park in Sky Bet League One. Burton Albion sit 17th in League One, and whilst they do sit towards the bottom half of League One, probably say that their league position doesn't really reflect how their last few games have gone. They've beaten Stockport 3-0 at home, and Luton, they've drawn with Luton 1-1 away from home. For them, easy pick for players to watch: Tyrese Shade and Jake Beasley. Tyrese Shade has effectively single-handedly spearheaded the attack with the support of Jake Beasley. So they'll be potentially a threat today. Although I do think we've got enough to keep them relatively quiet. It just depends on what Burton side turn up. If the Burton side from Tuesday turn up, then we could be in for an interesting game. But if the Burton side from their place in December turns up, then we could win this quite comfortably. But let's not underestimate Burton. They are a decent side. Bo's got his team playing in a pretty decent way. They are, they can threaten going forward. So hopefully the less we see of that today, the better.
Dad, prediction? 1-1. Howard, prediction?
Hello viewers! Today's score is going to be Wycombe Wanderers 3, Burton Albion 0.
4-1 Wycombe. Goal taking deflection, but it's a brilliant try by Caleb Boyd-Munn. 1-0, 15 minutes in. Really good finish. It took a deflection ball in by Fred. 1-0.
Hearts and Adams Park, Wycombe Wanderers 1, Burton Albion 0. To be fair, Burton have given us a really good game. They've actually played really well going forward. They look a little bit cagey going when we come forward, when we come towards them, but it's one of those games where next goal is crucial. I always say it, next goal is really crucial, but for this game it really is, because they have the quality to hurt us. Tyrese Shade isn't a bad player. We've played well, but I think we've also played into their hands a little bit too much. I think if we get the next goal, could be quite fun, but it's one of those ones where we've struggled a little bit more than I thought we would do against this lot. I know sometimes league tables are a little bit of a false indication as to the quality of the squad, and today's potentially that, with Burton playing how they are. But for me, I think it's one of those ones where we have to make our chances count, because they will only punish us the longer it goes on at 1-0.
Aaron Morley on for Ewan Henderson. To be fair, Ewan's done okay, but I think Aaron will give us that little bit more creativity. Beasley's running on towards the goal. Keeps up with him, and Norris comes out, both of which collide with each other. So Taylor Allen's coming on. Also looks like Nathan Lowe's coming on as well. Corley Woodrow coming off for Nathan Lowe. Junior's coming off for Jamie Mullins.
Junior. Take him on, boy. Take him on.
Farewell, Luke Harris. Ball into the box. I'm not even. He loops it. Keeper draws the catcher. Keeper drops it. Goes in. Farewell. 2-0. Straight after the second goal, we get a third. Nathan Lowe. 2 in 2 games. Wycombe.
It did finish at Hans Park. Wycombe Wanderers 3, Burton Albion 0, and I'll be honest, it felt like a walk in the park today. Burton were really not at the races at all today. We had to work hard to get the first goal. Really well taken by Caelan Boyd-Munster. If you get a chance to watch it, do. It's a brilliant finish. Then you've got a goal through Harris. I'll be honest, the goal through Harris loops it over the goalkeeper. Keeper effectively catches it, drops it, and bounces back into the goal. And instead of celebrating that goal, I actually laughed at how badly the keeper did. You might have seen the reaction clip I did. Unfortunately, I didn't catch any of the goals today, unfortunately, so I do apologise for that. But the reaction to Luke Harris's goal was just to shout farewell, because the group we go with used to play Sunday League, and the goalie that they had, who's still comes to the game with us and has been in a number of the videos, Darren, you might know him, wasn't the best of goalkeepers and always had a mistake or two in him in games, and it's a kind of in-joke. But yeah, I think they'd given up, and then Nathan Lowe comes on and seals the deal. Is it too early to fall in love with a lone player? Probably, but I'm going to do it anyway. He's an absolute talent. Just our luck actually that he was injured when he was, otherwise we wouldn't have got him. And I thought, whilst he didn't make the difference, he certainly came on and caused them problems. I was a little bit disappointed with Burton actually, although they did look okay going forward. They never really threatened us. They had 1-2 chances probably. They looked more threatening from set pieces than anything else, like they did at their place. Their set pieces clearly are the ways they get goals. You've seen from the goals they scored against Luton. The goal they scored against Luton came from ball into the box and they scored. But thankfully, we were able to keep them at bay today and get 3 points and 3 goals. Whilst it wasn't the prettiest of performances, it did need to be. Burton posed no threat really whatsoever, and they gave up after the third. They were just passing it around with each other
almost like a kickabout with a bunch of friends. And whilst, you know, we deserved the win, it would have been nice to have got the 4th goal and really seal it. But I'm happy with the win, and hopefully we can take this into what's a difficult run of games coming up, you know, with Barnsley away, Bolton away. They're pretty difficult games, and also Cardiff in a few weeks. Unfortunately, none of these 3 I'll be going to. Might do a reaction for Barnsley and Cardiff, but yeah, that'll be about it. But yeah, I think played really well, deserved the win. There's a little bit of controversy, I guess. Will Norris, Jake Beasley was running through, and as Hagelshaw has it sewn up, looks like he's going to get the ball. Will Norris thinks, no, I'm just going to run and clatter into Anders Hagelshaw, which didn't go down very well with the terrace, and Anders went off injured. So hopefully it's not as bad as it looks for him. Then you've got the ridiculous situation where Dan Casey goes down. Ref asks him, is he okay? Dan says, yeah, I'm fine to carry on. Doesn't ask for any treatment whatsoever. Referee still makes him go off. And then proceeds to just let the ball go into play. 5 seconds later, Dan Casey gets waved back on. I mean, it's the most pointless piece of officiating I think I've ever seen at a football game, and kind of summed up the, not the dullness of the game, because it wasn't really a dull game. It just petered out in points, and I think the goal from Harris really, you know, signalled that, and signalled just how bad, you know, it had been up to that point, because whilst we had to score the goals to win games, because that's the way you win games, of course, we didn't really have to work for them. So, yeah, it's a bit of an interesting game. So if you are a Burton fan, or you have enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. And if you're a Burton fan, please let me know what you think of the game and how you see your season going. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.